Alright, welcome to the Just Enough Guns mod. Today I'll be showing you how to get the mod. Now this mod, before we get into it, just by installing it, tells us it's highly recommended to modify your Just Enough Guns config files, since there are armed mob patrols, raids, and explosive mobs that can be enabled. These messages can be disabled in settings. I guess you need to have the config mod. And yeah, thanks for using it, created by Megami. This mod honestly is the first gun mod I've seen that isn't completely broken, with all weapons overpowered from minute one. Like this SMG does, I mean, it's pretty good, I think. It does very little damage. We have this revolver that does maybe like 5 damage per shot. Yeah, that's a lot, right? But look, I mean, it's a gun, but what I'm saying is, in other mods, you grab the simplest weapon and it already does 40 damage. So, of course, what's the point, right? It seems to me that it's a bit more balanced here. I mean, in other mods, you can kill a Warden with just 3 shots, okay? But here you take the best weapon in the game and, I don't know, the minigun, and it still takes quite a while. Look, it really takes a long time here. These are tough, huh? I'm not saying they aren't broken, but still. So anyway, let's see how to get this mod with these animations and everything. It's really well made. We'll simply head over to CurseForge, and here we have the just enough, okay? They show us a bit about the mobs with weapons, so we'll have to fight against these types of mobs, which can be really interesting. And we have all these features, so we'll go to Files, Mod Loader, Forge, all versions for one. 20.1 or whatever version and software we want, and I don't know if it has alpha files, and no, we click 3 buttons and get file. We'll save this file in the mods folder. Where is the mods folder? It's in Windows + R, app data, roaming, Minecraft, and we go to the mods folder, and here it is, okay? If we go to relations, we need to get the framework and GeckoLib. Then there's more than enough guns, which I grabbed, also by Megami. I don't understand why he didn't put it in the same mod, but he has it, okay? I don't know if this has relations too, but it's a different mod, and no. Let's, while I'm here, get the config. Since it doesn't specify which one, I don't know if it's, I assume it's configured. So let's go to Files, Mod Loader, Forge, all versions 1.20.1. And now if we go to Config, we go here to Mods and select the Just Enough Items mod. No, sorry, Just Enough Guns. Ah, it's a reference. Well, I like it. I hadn't noticed that. Let's go to Config and head over to Common. I don't think it's Client, right? Client controls, display, particles, sounds. Well, this isn't it. It's in the Common section. We go to Common and here we see aggressive mobs. Do we want to activate them or not? Flying mobs, activated, yes or no? Gameplay, griefing, got it? Here we have all the options that we can enable and disable. From what I see, everything is enabled by default. That's good, because here's the gunner config that explains what we were talking about, and explosive mobs appears to be activated. There are tons of parameters we can change that might be very useful, so we can keep that in mind. But anyway, that's how you get the mod. And I just wanted to give you that quick intro. Alright, how to get scrap and tech trash in Minecraft with just enough guns. In this mod, we'll start by mining scrap ore, which is this one here in the game, found in the overworld. We also have deep slate scrap ore, meaning this mineral generates across various depth layers. Then we have the scrap bin, which says to put iron items in it. I'm not sure if I can add a sword too. So you put this in, and as it fills up, it produces scrap, right? From what I can see, 8 scrap and 2 tech trash, got it? So we can craft this scrap bin, which isn't cheap. It requires lots of iron. It's important to note that tech trash can also be obtained from trash ore, so there's no problem. And with Fortune Thread enchantment, you'll obviously get much more. And scrap is the basis of the first crafting recipes. Scrap blocks, the scrap workbench, okay? Which is crafted like this with a scrap block. And to start here, as you can see, crafting our first weapons, more basic weapons. Repair kits, okay? And tech trash is mainly used for making, well, we can see it, right? Circuits, assembling, let's see, combat scope. Oh look, we can even make circuits by recycling, we can make scrap. And there we have the circuits with assembling too, okay? So there are tons of uses that we need to keep in mind. Alright, how does the scrap bin and recycler work in Minecraft with Justin on gun? Well, we have these 2 recycling machines. First of all, the scrap bin, which is made with iron blocks, and its purpose is basically to right-click with iron blocks or any type of iron item, okay? Even items like swords, all kinds of items will give us scrap and tech trash, as we're seeing. And the recycler is crafted with scrap, okay? Let's take a look. It's crafted in an assembler using scrap, circuit board, cauldron, and a stone cutter. The circuit board is also made in the assembler with tech trash, scrap, and redstone dust, and basically it has quite a few uses. As you can see, if we place a recycler station, it gives us a poisonous potato. I don't really understand that one, but if we put an explosive charge, it gives us 3 gunpowder. It also gives us Gunnite ingots, as we're seeing, if we put in a rifle. It gives us scrap if we add iron items. I understand it'll give us more scrap than the recycling bin does. Okay, yes, it looks pretty promising. If we put in a blaze round, it gives us blaze powder, more scrap. Tech trash if we put in a circuit board. And ammunition gives us gunpowder, right? I have to say it's not too overpowered, but it's definitely an additional way to obtain these types of items or resources, especially for recycling, right? That's why it's called a recycler after all. So it's a source of gunmetal ingots, as I'm seeing. If we put in granite, we get gunmetal grid, which melts in a furnace to create gunmetal ingots, which I think are the gunmetal nuggets we're seeing, sorry. And then gunmetal ingots, there it is. You can also scrap old weapons to recover materials and such. So this item is very useful, especially if you explore a lot, for gathering starter materials. And because there'll be many weapons we won't actually need. You could collect every weapon in the game, but realistically we'll only use the best ones. So there you have it. Let's see how to craft the scrap workbench. This workbench is the first crafting table in Justin of Guns and is made on a normal table using a scrap block in the center, 3 blueprints and 4 sticks. From here we can craft the first scrap weapons like the revolver. There it is. Sorry. The double barrel, the custom SMG, the revolver, the shotgun, and well, various really basic weapons. We can also make a repair kit, okay? Healing talisman, repair kit, gunmetal ingot if we want, okay? We just need to place the items here, click assembly, and we can craft it without any problems. The mod is actually pretty easy to use, and we can get ammo very, very quickly. So that's it, it's that simple. Very well. How do you craft basic ammunition? With Justin of Guns, crafting basic ammunition is easy, and I need to highlight something good. In other mods, there are like 10 different types of bullets, 40 different types of missiles, and so on. I understand it's to add realism, but at the same time, if you have to fly a jet with 4 different ammo types and carry 5 different ammo types for your weapons, it becomes tedious. Especially for the creator, it's obviously tedious because you have to program all that and change the code. Though the changes aren't really that drastic, right? But especially for the player. I think one of the biggest problems players face today, especially when playing with mods, is inventory management. That is, inventory management is the biggest problem players face right now, which is that they can't properly organize their inventory because literally everything is important and nothing can be thrown away, right? So either they end up being super selective and always using the same items and weapons, or they literally can't take advantage of the variety of weapons a mod offers, right? So I think limiting the amount of ammunition, as in this case, is good. There is ammo, don't misunderstand me, but it's not excessive. It's not like there are 1,000 different types of bullets or anything like that. I mean, it has what? 9 different bullet types and that's it. Well, I think that's very positive. Also, I think it has a box, I'm not sure. Oh, an ammo box, which I don't know if you can put ammunition in or what it's for. Oh no, it's just like a chest. But I find that quite positive, honestly. So, how is it crafted? Well, basically, we can craft ammunition using the scrap workbench. If we go here to ammo, as you can see, we can make pistol ammo with 2 copper, 1 iron ingot, 2 gunpowder, a Molotov cocktail, handmade shell, pistol ammo. Oh, and that's it. Okay, then, if we wanted rifle ammo, we'd need an assembling, which is made with these materials, okay? It all depends a bit on what ammunition we want. I'm going to try the Molotov. I'm curious about it. I understand you can throw it, right? Let's see, we load and throw it just like this. And not bad, not bad. I don't know if the Molotov does damage on its own. I'm not sure. I'm going to spawn a villager and throw the Molotov at him. Let's see. And yes, it does damage, huh? Yes, it does damage. The explosion definitely causes damage. Very good. How can we use the revolver? This is the cheapest weapon in Justice of Guns and is crafted at the craft workbench, okay? As you can see, it costs 16 iron, 16 plus planks, and 20 scrap, and it uses pistol ammo. Let's spawn a villager here and see a bit how it works, okay? I think the mod has critical hits, not sure. There he is. Seems like it does. And look at the reload, okay? It has 8 bullets, okay? Like a normal revolver. Reloads very, very slowly. Right now it loads one by one and only has 5 bullets, 6, 7, and 8. So it's really slow. If we press Y, we can see the weapon. We can aim, okay? Not bad. And I want to see how much damage it does to the body. 2.5. not bad. And if we hit the head, the giant head, 3.5. Well, there's not such a big bonus for headshots. Excuse my aim, my goodness. It's actually a bit hard to use because the sensitivity feels different. I don't know if I'm just imagining it, or to reload, just press R and you'll reload. And there we have it. Okay, I wouldn't recommend facing a guardian with this weapon, honestly. I feel like there's a delay with the bullets, right? That's how it feels to me. Either that or I'm half asleep, but I shoot at a villager and by the time it hits, they've moved and it misses. I don't know if it's just me again, okay? See how it's like, well, now it worked fine. Maybe I'm just terrible at this, that's all. Could be I'm just bad, could be I'm bad. Well, anyway, very interesting. Alright, how do we make the most of the custom SMG? This is a homemade submachine gun, right? It's crafted at workbenches using 22 iron, a redstone repeater, and 30 scrap. It uses pistol ammo and deals low damage per shot. It fires automatically, spraying bullets across the screen, making it one of the best early game weapons with high DPS if you can control the recoil. So there we have a villager, right? Let's check out the damage it does. We fired 3 bullets, 4, 5. I want to see how much damage each shot does. Boom, 2 hearts. Did I hit him in the head? I'm not sure. 2 hearts, yes. Headshot does 2 hearts, body shot does 1, I think. Indeed, doesn't do much damage, but you can hold down the left click and see how quickly it reloads. I can literally face multiple mobs at once without any problem, but you'll need lots of ammo, which isn't cheap. That's the biggest drawback. Low damage per shot, and it burns through ammo very quickly, just like a real SMG. So there you have it, time to recycle. Let's check out the water pipe shotgun. This is crafted with 24 iron, 32 wood, and 15 scrap in a scrap workbench, and requires handmade shells made with 2 iron, 2 flint, and 2 gunpowder. That's for every 8 rounds of ammo. Man, the ammunition is expensive, huh? I like it, I like it, I like it. Let's switch to survival mode. It only holds 1 shot, okay? Looks like 1 shot is enough to take down a villager, which is good since the price isn't cheap at all. I'll try hitting the body now, let's see if it does the same. Seems not, right? One thing I don't like is that weapons don't have melee attacks. What would be? I guess there's no Minecraft weapons mod that includes melee functionality. I mean, I can't hit with this like I would with my fist. I'd have to switch hands. But it would be a cool feature if when you run out of ammo, I could left click to do a melee attack. I understand that's a lot of animations and what I just asked makes no sense, and the gameplay value would be minimal compared to other ideas, but anyway, very interesting. Obviously, I understand that with this weapon at a distance, no matter how well you aim, the bullets will spread, unfortunately. Let me check that. And they do spread, but not as much as I thought, huh? I like it, I like it, I like it. Many games mistakenly think these types of weapons don't do much damage at range, which is completely false. Well, this mode seems to do the same from what I'm seeing. In real life, these weapons can hit targets at 200 meters without much spread. It all depends on the ammo, right? But very interesting. If we press Z, we can see the attachments, and yeah, super cool, honestly. See how to use the double barrel? You can get this at a scrap workbench. Well, let's look at some crafting. 40 iron, planks, 28 planks, 20 scrap, and 2 levers. Uses handmade shell ammunition. It allows us to hold 2 shells. Let's see if it's as powerful as the water pipe shotgun. Okay, I can kill a villager with 1 shot. And indeed, what about body shots? Will it kill them too, or not? Let's see. Boom. So, it's even stronger. You know, with the other one, a body shot couldn't kill anyone, right? So let's try increasing the distance a bit more. Boom. And how much damage did we do from that distance? It's about 15 blocks away. Almost killed him, left him with half a heart. So very, very good, huh? And why did I aim for the body? Because if I aimed for the head, well, goodbye, right? Oh well, actually no. Let's see, 2, 2.5. Maybe I should leave more, or maybe by not aiming at his head, fewer bullets went toward him. And if I don't aim, what happens? Is the spread the same or not? Let's see, now it's much closer. Yes, I have to aim otherwise. Well, it's very, very powerful, this double barrel. I mean, I can take down an iron golem and the iron golems. Hey, hey, hey! I didn't do anything. I'm innocent. I'm innocent. Just 2 shots and I took 50 health from him. Hey, hey, this got pretty personal, huh? I didn't do anything. I'm innocent. I'm completely innocent, sir. Boom and boom. Very satisfying, honestly. So how do you put on a stock? Okay, we have it here in attachments, for example, makeshift stock, which is made from 5 iron and other materials. It says it reduces recoil. This would be useful for a custom SMG, for example. Okay, let's go to the custom SMG. As you can see, the custom SMG normally has recoil. Right now I'm just left clicking and not moving anything, okay? The weapon automatically rises upward, so if I press Z, I can equip this to prevent it from rising so quickly. Now I'm left clicking, okay? It still rises obviously, but much more slowly, so that's how it works. As you can see, they also accept magazines, well, barrels, depending on bottom barrel and top barrel. Also sights, and well, I don't remember what this is called, sorry, but it's for holding the gun at the barrel part. We can also paint it, it seems to give it, there it is, a golden finish. I guess there are more dyes, right? There's toy, white, and classic. Let's see, toy, great, I love that the weapons don't change. Paint doesn't change either, only with golden. Seriously? Okay, maybe this is a dye. No, there are dyes too. Let's see Z, dye and change to blue. Well, if I add this and the golden, wow, the customization looks cool, huh? But anyway, this isn't the topic of the video, so there you have it. Alright, how do we repair weapon? Well, basically, unlike other mods, the Justin of Guns mod simply allows us to wear down the weapon, okay? As you can see, I'm wearing it out there. Let's get some ammo. And theoretically, when you wear it out for a long time, what happens is it eventually breaks, makes a beep sound and breaks, okay? So to avoid this, you craft something called a repair kit, which is this item here that says, can repair weapons if used on an anvil. It's made with 8 scrap in a crafting table or assembler. You can get it for 1 scrap. Let's see, repair kit, 8 scrap. Why did it say 1? I don't understand. Let's see, see? This is the workbench. I only see 1 scrap. No, that's wrong, okay? It's made with 8, and my question is, why do I need... Let's see, maybe the JE is wrong, it might be outdated, I don't know. I'm going to try it, I'm going to scrap it like this. Boom. But there we have the repair kit, and now let's try to scrap it, assemble, and it costs 8. Well, it's the same thing. It's the same for the crafting table too. I guess they'll remove the crafting table in the future. I don't know, it doesn't make much sense to me. Or maybe the scrap workbench lets you do it for 6 scrap instead of 8. So the repair kit, basically, if we have an anvil, right, we can repair our weapon. The question here is, does it cost us experience? Yes. Right now it costs me 1 experience point. I take it, repair it again, 2 experience points. If I wear out the weapon and repair it again, how much does it cost? 4. So we can repair it, but there's a catch. It's not infinite, because eventually the experience required to repair the weapon will be so high we can't do it. So the weapon isn't indestructible. Interesting, very interesting. How can we recreate gunmetal? Well, it's basically created from granite through recycling. We can get it obviously, but you can also get it by first obtaining gunmetal ingots or nuggets, which you get by putting copper in this recycler. Or we can also get this by placing gunmetal grid in a furnace. And you get gunmetal grid by putting granite in a recycler, which gives you 2 gunmetal grids, okay? This way we get nuggets, and then we could create the gunmetal ingot. As you can see, getting this element is relatively complicated. I'd say the most efficient way to get it is by mining copper and granite. I mean, it's true you'll find much more granite than copper for obvious reasons, right? But if I go down here to find a bit of... I'm not finding granite right now, actually. But look, here's some granite. Combine all of this and you'll have plenty of gunmetal without any issues. Then you need to process it, obviously, put it through the furnace and use a lot of fuel and so on. Have patience. It's more about patience than anything else, but that's how you get it. It's also important to note that our granite consumption will be very high, okay? Because gunmetal ingots are used for crafting all these weapons, as we can see, for lots of assembly and especially for making ammunition, okay? So we're going to use a ton of it. Therefore, stockpiling granite is going to be very, very important. Alright, so this is the brimstone mineral, which is added by the Justice of Games mod, and it appears in the Nether, okay? With variants, as we see here, in the form of basalt and blackstone. Sorry, not deep slate. And you can also find it in dripstone caves, okay? These crystals are used in mod stations to craft gunpowder. Now we'll see it, there it is. Gunpowder is crafted with this. So let's mine it to see a bit. It can be mined with a diamond or iron pickaxe. Let's try a netherite one just to see how much we get from it. So let's mine it, okay? Let's see, I mine it and it only gives me 1. We have to say it's very, very little, honestly. just one crystal that then converts to gunpowder. Plus it uses up charcoal, so it doesn't seem that profitable to me, but well, I think this mineral is pretty underwhelming. The creator should have really made it so that, in my opinion, anyway, I understand that gunpowder isn't an easy resource to... I mean, it's not an easy material to get, but once you build a mob farm, you'll have more than enough gunpowder. So I'd give much more gunpowder than just one. Maybe I'd give 8 or 9. Finding a brimstone mine is really just about luck, isn't it? And not having to do it in such a crude way. Anyway, I don't know how common this ore is. Maybe it's super common. If it's super common, keeping it at 3 gunpowder is fine, but 1 seems too little. It's almost not worth the effort. Going out specifically to look for this mineral, I don't know. Alright, how do we craft the gunmetal workbench? We need enough gunmetal ingot, right? Exactly 1. Let's go to the craft workbench and check out the gunmetal station section. Oh, look at this. Gunmetal workbench. We need 10 ingots, 16 scrap, 12 iron, and 3 smooth stone laps. This workbench unlocks mid-tier weapons like the semi-auto rifle, pump shotgun, semi-auto pistol, assault rifle, and other items. There are also various attachments, as we can see, and different ammo types and stations. Okay? The schematic station, Gunnite workbench, which is the next tier, the ammo box, and all the previous stations we had, right? Exactly. So this is very, very interesting. It's a way to level up and keep progressing within the mod. Alright, so here we have the semi-auto pistol, okay? Which is made in the gunmetal workbench, and look, we can tint it gold. The other dyes, they don't seem to work, right? I'll show you a bit about crafting first everything, which is this one here, semi-auto pistol, 10 gunmetal ingots, 8 scrap, and it uses pistol ammo. Let's test how it works. Basically, if we hit the head, it takes 4 health, which is pretty good, meaning we can eliminate our target with 3 bullets, or rather 3 headshots. Body shots do 2.5, which means we'll need 4 bullets. Okay, let's also check the reload speed, okay? As we can see, it reloads quite fast. Then if we analyze what attachments we can equip, we can add a silencer and a special element, and it has a pretty high fire rate. We can't hold the click to shoot, okay? So it's literally a semi-auto. It has a considerable range. I don't know if... No, the damage doesn't seem to decrease with distance, so that's very, very good. I'm going to test it for real. We took off 2.5 to the body before. Now we're much further away, far enough for damage to drop. Let's hit the body, and I think we've taken off exactly the same amount. There it is, 2.5. So that's very, very interesting. It doesn't make much noise, which is also interesting. And as a secondary weapon, in case we run out of ammo, it could be a good option. Alright, so here we have the pump shotgun. I just wanted to show you how it reloads. I don't know, it looks brutal. It's crafted with 14 gunmetal ingots, 10 gunpowder, and 40 scrap. The crafting recipes are getting much more expensive now. It holds 6 rounds of ammo. A body shot on a villager leaves them with half a heart, and with a headshot, well, they're done. Let's spawn an iron golem here just to see how much damage it does to the body. So we'll aim all shots at the body. Boom! And almost, well, 37 health left. So there you go, buddy. With a full magazine, we can melt an iron golem without much trouble. Let's see how fast it reloads. Much better than lower tier weapons. It reloads much faster. A shot from distance doesn't put us in a great position. It doesn't do as much damage as other versions, that's true. But having a higher fire rate gives us better combat versatility, making it the best weapon we've seen so far. It's true that shotgun ammo is costly. I mean, it's expensive, but if one good shot takes 40 health, be careful with that shot, right? How to use the semi-auto rifle. It's the first ammunition, or rather the first weapon we see that uses rifle ammo. It's made with 8 gunmetal ingots, 8 planks, and 30 scrap. Rifle ammo is made with 3 gunmetal ingots and 3 gunpowder, giving us 30 bullets. So it costs quite a bit. It's pretty expensive. Let's keep testing how it works with our friends, the villagers, okay? So, a body shot takes away 3 health, and a headshot will take... Let's see if he stays still. It takes away... How much did it take? 4.5? 4.5. We're saying that with 3 bullets, you can eliminate almost any creature, right? Or 4. Against an iron golem, I don't want to know what happens, but well, seeing that... it's semi-auto, meaning I have to click for each bullet, okay? Well, with 1 magazine, you can eliminate an iron golem. It's true that you'll be quite scared because it gets really close to you, but at least you can eliminate it without much trouble. So very, very interesting. Let's see what attachments it has. Well, it has all available attachments. This means we can improve this weapon a ton with magazines, stabilizers, silencer barrels, and sight. So I'd like to see what it looks like with a sight. I don't know if there are many, No, there are only two, or at least only two have appeared to me. Let's look for a scope. There's this one here, and then there's this other one, which I think is much more zoomed in. But how zoomed in is it? I mean, if I position myself here, I can still see the villager perfectly. The villager is... Where is the villager? Ah, he's there. It's just not loading due to the chunks. Okay, what if I shoot? Boom, headshot. Okay, I like it. I like it. I like it. One more time. Okay. It's actually pretty good, huh? The sight. I mean, plus, even without aiming, it's a good weapon. It's quite versatile. Alright, how to reduce recoil in our weapons. For example, I've been using the assault rifle, right? As you can see, the recoil is pretty intense. And if we use an even more extreme example, let's try the Lanchester, which does, yeah, the Lanchester kicks up a lot. And we also have the Vindicator, which has significant recoil too. So all these weapons, well, we can't equip anything to the Lanchester and not much to the Vindicator either. But a weapon like the assault rifle can be equipped with, for example, the makeshift stock, which reduces recoil. We also have the tactical stock, which says reduces bullet spread and reduces recoil. So this would be really, really good, although it won't let me attach it. I guess it's not compatible with this weapon. We have the light stock, so I need to use this one, right? No choice here. Exactly. We also have these types of grips, okay? They reduce bullet spread and recoil, okay? The laser pointer, if it lets us attach it. Yes, it does let us. Laser pointer also reduces recoil. So we have a bunch of attachments that now if I left click, okay, without moving, I'm not going to move. I'm not moving, see? Well, as you can see, it's been reduced a lot. I mean, compare this with, let's remove everything with this. As you can see, there's a difference. Just look at the lines, okay? There's a very noticeable difference. So this is also a way to upgrade our weapon. Besides being able to do more damage and have a more powerful weapon. Well, who doesn't want a more powerful weapon, right? How can we create Gunnite ingot? This material is high tier. The mod stations are made by combining, well, let's see, there it is. It's crafted in the Gunmetal workbench, okay? You need 1 gunmetal ingot, 1 diamond, and 1 coal. So we're starting now. We're starting with the strong tier already. And well, Gunnite is used to craft the Gunnite workbench. We need 12 diamonds for this workbench. This mod is getting expensive, huh? And I'm sure there's ammo that requires Gunnite, seeing how this works. So we're going to need diamonds. I honestly don't know how you're supposed to get so many diamonds. Maybe in vanilla, if you play efficiently, in about an hour with Fortune 3, you could get a stack of diamonds, let's say, right? A stack or a stack and change. If you're a really good player, huh? So spending 12 diamonds right away on this, how much will weapons and ammo cost, right? Are we going to go broke or what? So anyway, there you have it. Hey, how do you get the Gunnite workbench? This is where the expensive stuff starts. The expensive, really expensive stuff begins. For that we need a gunmetal workbench and, well, we go to the stations section and it requires 12 Gunnite, 12 scrap and 8 basalt. Gunnite is crafted like this: gunmetal, ingot, diamond and coal. So we're going to need 12 diamonds. And with this table, which is the highest tier of crafting, you can make weapons like the combat rifle, holy shotgun, burst rifle, combat pistol, bolt action rifle, okay? We're talking about top tier stuff here. And for stations, I don't know if there's a higher level. No, it doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like it. So this is the maximum tier. Then we might have some other element. We don't have any new elements, it seems, in the miscellaneous weapons section. Well, we have the rocket, which is made with 2 diamonds. We also have the Spectre round, handmade shell, and that's it. Not much else. And in attachments, this is where it gets really expensive, okay? With all these elements requiring even amethyst, you know? But of course, this is already top tier. No, it's just this gun costs 20 diamonds, my goodness, and 64 scrap, which is saying something. But anyway, there we have it. I'm going to how to get ectoplasm and booze in Minecraft with Justinov items. Ectoplasm is what starts the supernatural branch of Justinov. First, it's crafted in a, well, we can get a round aspect which is made with gold ingot, ectoplasm and other items. Well, that's how you get it. We need a soul campfire, okay? We place it and right click cookies to turn them into, oh look, there we have it. Soul treats, okay? These soul treats can't be eaten, and you can give them to bees to transform them into booze. So I'd grab the bee and tuck. Hey, come. There it is. I've transformed it into a boo, which is simply just a skin chain. So we'd put a boo nest, I guess, so they stay here and don't fly away. There it is. There we have it. First, second, ole. Third, ole. Come on, I want more. Okay, this way we get the What are they called? Boos. I don't know if they have more health. Oh no, I mean it's the same thing. So these treats make bees transform into boos that don't take damage from normal bullets, spectral bullets, or arrows. Then you combine a beehive or bee nest with ectoplasm, or preferably with cookies, which is the way to go since we don't have ectoplasm yet, and we create a boo hive or a boo nest, okay? So with a normal campfire underneath and scissors, just like when you're playing normally. There it is, the campfire and scissors. As you can see, it says honey 0 out of 5. Okay, if we had honey, we could shear these nests when they drip green liquid, and we'd get ectoplasm, which lets us use spectral bullets with weapons and the holy shotgun and such. So that's how you get the ectoplasm, okay? I understand these bees collect pollen the same way normal bees do, okay? No, it doesn't specify, but I assume they do. Alright, let's talk about how to use the Howley shotgun. The Howley shotgun is crafted at the Onite workbench. As you can see, it requires 18 Onite ingots, 32 gold, 64 scrap, and 20 ectoplasm. It needs spectre rounds to fire. You craft spectre rounds with 1 ingot, 1 ectoplasm, and 2 gunpowder. Probably cheap ammo if you ignore the ectoplasm cost, but assuming you have a farm, let's see how much damage it does. Is it really not hitting? Oh, it doesn't damage it. Well, that's interesting. Basically, I should be able to damage iron golems, right? Oh, not them either. So, what can I actually damage? I don't understand. Maybe undead mobs? Let's try. Yes, it works on undead mobs. It doesn't hurt friendly mobs, but what about an enderman? Nope, it teleports away. And what undead mobs are there that are strong? And did a ravager take health from it? Pumba? Yeah, not much, huh? Not much, right? For what the weapon costs? Man, I really don't like not being able to hit a villager. It needs spectral ammo, and I get that it passes through living things. But can I hit a cow? Can I hit a cow with this? No, darn it. It's made to fight zombies and husks. Theoretically, it has its own reloading method, which is this one here. Well, I don't like it, eh? I don't like it, honestly. I like causing chaos, but I get this weapon is only for good people. My question is, will I take life from a player with this weapon? Now I'm having a lot of doubts. No, it doesn't say. It does 23 damage, which is quite a lot, and says undead advantage. So I understand that's the type of creature to attack, undead or evil mobs. I'm going to show you how to use the Blossom Rifle. This rifle is absolutely beautiful. Honestly, it reminds me of The Last of Us, and it's crafted here. I understand oh, actually no. So how do you get it? In assembly, at a blueprint workbench, using Gunnite ingot, cherry sapling, pink petals, craft and ectoplasm, blueprints. Let's see, crafting the blueprint workbench is pretty simple, okay? Assembly. We'd need the blueprint, right? And which blueprint is it? Firearm blueprint. Write a blueprint in the schematic station. I haven't explained all this yet. Schematic station. Okay, we go here and place this. And here you put the weapon or blueprint you want to copy. Okay, and if you don't have the blossom weapon, you'll have to figure it out. Because I have the blueprint there. If I put it here, now it lets me do more. I need the weapon no matter what. Okay, it has huge recoil, okay, as you can see. So without a stock, it's almost unmanageable, but with a tactical stock, control improves significantly, and each shot creates petal particles. Like the holy shotgun, this rifle deals extra damage to undead mobs. Let me see if I can hit villagers with this. Yes, this works. And against an iron golem, well, I take off 5 health points, and headshots, boom, can't be the same. Yes, same damage to body and head. Oh no, wait, I think headshots do 7 damage. There we have it. Damage is 6.75, and yeah, its ammo, spectre rounds, will definitely run out fast. I'm telling you now, look how quickly it fires. Very well. How do you use the combat pistol? This represents a high tier weapon. It's crafted at the Gunnite workbench with 10 Gunnite, 12 scrap, and uses pistol ammo, which is relatively cheap. Let's see how much damage it does. It has 6.5 damage. Its advantage is that it's heavy. Let's see, a headshot takes away 4.5, and a body shot takes away 3 hearts. And its advantage is heavy. I don't really understand what heavy means here. The truth is, you can fire it very, very quickly. It has a very high rate of fire. I can take down an iron golem perfectly without using a full clip, and it can equip a barrel or silencer, as we can see. Let's check out the reload animation, and it's actually quite good. I think it's a very, very good weapon, huh? Honestly. Bang, bang. See that? Especially with this fire rate, which in my opinion is pretty broken. See how to use the combat rifle. Okay, this one is basically obtained from a Gunnite workbench. It reminds me of the Scar. The Scar is an SMG in the form of a Scar, right? It's like they took the Scar and cut it down. It needs 16 Gunnite ingots, 8 sandstone, 60 scrap, and comes without a stock, as we can see, okay? I don't know if we can equip one to it. Yes, we can equip this weapon with everything. Let's see how much damage it does. And boom, 4 to the body, yes sir, and to the head, boom. To the head, it just did 6 damage maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 indeed. Wow, this weapon is broken, huh? It uses rifle ammo, sorry. Let's see. Okay. It's not an SMG, huh? It's a rifle. Well, it's called a rifle. Yes, indeed, it's a rifle. It's pretty broken, huh? Also, it does have a very, very high recoil. As we're seeing, it's really exaggerated. Between shots, it's already risen 3 or 4 degrees. It's quite exaggerated. So, if the player adds a weighted stock or vertical grip or any attachment like that, the weapon becomes more stable and can aim correctly without constantly pulling down the cursor though. Well, it's not that complicated, right? Getting the hang of it. Look, I've got the hang of it after using it for literally 5 seconds without even checking my spread pattern. I mean, no, a spread of just 1/3 of the target. Well, at long distances, it does matter. Of course, at long distances, things change completely. You'd have to go shot by shot, and if you're aiming at long range, you'll definitely need to adjust for the recoil pattern. I'll hit reload just to see the animation. It looks absolutely brutal, 10 out of 10. So yeah, there you have it. Alright, so here we have the bolt action. It's the bolt action rifle from Just Enough Guns, and it's designed as a sniper, okay? Unfortunately, my simulation distance isn't very high, so we won't be able to test it fully, but let's take a look. Boom. Okay, how much damage does it do to the body? I think it kills in 1 shot. Yeah, how much damage does it normally do to the body? Boom, I just took 26 health hitting him in the body. And in the head, let's see, boom. Yeah, same thing. Let's see, why isn't it... Oh, no. In the head, 39. The game sometimes struggles to detect headshots. Not sure if F3 plus B helps, it's just hard to detect. Yeah, what counts as a head here? It counts from the red line upward, right? That must be it, you'll see. If the guy stays still and I hit right here, let's see. It won't count as a headshot. You'll see. You'll see. I know how this works. If I hit here, it doesn't count as a head. Oh, it did. Well, I don't really understand how it works. Sometimes it just doesn't register. But hey, see? Not there, not there. That one didn't count. The rifle works at a distance. It definitely works even without a sight or anything. Works perfectly. Wow, it really works. And what can we equip on it? Well, obviously a sight, a barrel, and all kinds of additional attachments. Today I'll explain how the burst rifle works. This weapon fires bursts of 3 bullets, okay? It shoots 3 at a time, just like a FAMAS. Well, with the FAMAS you can control the fire rate, but not with this one, okay? It deals 7 damage and uses rifle ammo, okay? It's crafted with 12 Gunnite ingots, 3 black dyes, 45 scrap, and 3 redstone repeaters. I'd like to check out the damage a bit. Yes, I want to see the damage per bullet. Well, it says 7, boom, okay? I think I hit it with just 1 bullet and took off 3.5 health. Now let's aim for the head, okay? And I missed, I moved too quickly. There it is. 1 bullet took off 5 health, so basically 1 burst can eliminate any target. Watch this. Boom, 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 goodbye. Wow, this is pretty overpowered, honestly. Plus, you can use it while moving around without... It doesn't have too much recoil either. You can adjust it anyway, right? It has all kinds of attachments, so it's an excellent choice if you're a player who moves around a lot, which is literally all Minecraft players, right? I think all of us players love being on the move, especially in Minecraft. It's a very versatile game for constantly moving and dodging enemies, and I think this weapon is a perfect 10. How do you use flares and the gun? Well, basically flares are planted on the ground, see, and they generate a column of particles visible up to the rendering limit. My goodness, what a column. They're used to mark bases or distant objectives. The flare gun uses those flares as ammunition and shoots them to enormous heights. How enormous? Let's see. Can you fire it? Yes, indeed, that's pretty enormous, huh? And how long does it take for this to disappear? I don't think it's infinite, honestly. But those particles look very, very cool, right? And then we have the Terra Armada flare. Oh, look, are the particles disappearing now, or what? Or is it just my impression? Let's see what the Terra Armada flare changes. Yes, indeed. Faction Terra Armada has started a raid. Yes, indeed, they just started a raid. I didn't know that. A flare is made in an assembler, requiring gunpowder, glowstone, and a redstone block. Hey, what's happening? I just got darkness effect. Yes, indeed you did. You guys are going to flip out. You're going to flip out, seriously. Yes, seriously. For me, you know? They did a raid on me. Hey, this raid is super cool, right? But what these creatures must drop has to be insane. There are still quite a few creatures left. This must be so cool, huh? How cool must it be to play this with friends or solo? I'm in creative mode, so I already love it. Imagine playing solo. Man, this weapon is tricky from a distance, huh? Look, I don't want to get distracted, but I have to finish this raid. Then we have the normal flare, which is just crafting. Raid flare, this will start a raid, okay? It's a bit similar to the other one. And then we have the airstrike flare, which says causes terror phantom airstrike, okay? And basically you get powers for eliminating them. I should mention, I don't know if raids have benefits beyond eliminating mobs. Let's find out, shall we? Right now I'm getting the impression that I'm receiving ammo pouches, okay? We're in the last round, and it seems like some creatures require specific ammo types, possibly. Boom, down they go. Yeah, they have this pumpkin-like thing that blocks the first shot, right? So if I land a headshot, let's see. The pumpkin, there it is. It comes off. Oh no, some actually die instantly. I thought they wouldn't. Some of these creatures can take an insane amount of damage, huh? These bugs are seriously tough and can endure a lot. I really like the glowing effect that shows which creatures are part of the raid. What are those things up there? Are those phantoms? No, those are planes. If you go too far away, the raid ends. No. Well, what I get is the ammo pouch, which gives you tons of ammo. It completely fills up my inventory. I'll drop everything so you can see how much just one gives me. There you go. This is a ton of resources, right? Of course, to finish the raid, you'll need lots of ammo too, but there you have it. I love the detail that smoke comes out when I shoot one of these. Look. There it falls. There it FA. There it falls. Yeah, right. Hey, what are stun grenades like? This mod adds quite a few grenades, okay? Like this grenade here, which just falls and explodes. We have the stun grenade, which basically there it is. It stuns us for a few seconds. The smoke, which generates smoke particles, and the water one, which I'll throw here so I don't mess up. Oh no, it just creates water and causes slowness. Hey, what about smoke grenades? They're pretty useful, huh? I mean, they really can't see you. But how many do you need to throw so nobody sees you? Because now they're starting to see me. Okay, I'm throwing quite a few now. Sure, if you generate smoke like this, then yeah, they can't see you. The question is, can you see anything? No, only if you're aiming, and not even then. Well, it doesn't seem that great to me. I think it's more for stunning opponents than going incognito. And well, how do you get these? Well, we have a grenade launcher here too, right? I understand it actually fires grenades. You get it from assembling, okay? And well, grenades are made with iron in an assembling station in a gunmetal workbench. For example, stun grenades are made with these materials. Smoke grenades also in a gunmetal workbench without any problem. And water bombs too. It says, warning, do not fire underwater. Why not? Now I'm underwater, here it comes. There I am doing exactly what they just told me not to do. Well, there it is. I guess it's so the grenade doesn't get lost or something, I don't know. So yeah, that's how it works. How does the flamethrower work? The flamethrower is obtained through Hellhawk's group raids, okay? Basically, we get it by eliminating enemies. As you can see, we also need a hole in fire to craft it. It appears in the blueprint workbench, but we'll also need the blueprint itself, okay? And basically, what this does is, well, shoot fire, right? I'm not sure how effective it is or what ammo it uses. Let's check. It uses lava buckets as ammo. That's cool. And how much damage does it do? A ton, right? There you go. A ton of damage indeed. When you eliminate a mob, it gives you igneous charge, which is pretty interesting. Plus, if you're crouching, the flame switches to real mode, which is pretty awesome. I wonder if I go into real mode and hit a tree, does it burn quickly or do I have to wait? I have to wait, right? Seems that way. So it's real mode, but don't get too excited. But hey, it's pretty cool, huh? It's a really dangerous weapon, but it also has a safety mode to avoid destroying everything around, which is nice. But in my opinion, it should be the opposite. Crouching shouldn't burn, but normal firing should burn everything, okay? You'll say, oh, you only say that because you're in creative mode? Yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. Alright, how do you create blueprints? Basically, blueprints allow us to copy weapons, okay? They're crafted with 10 scrap, 4 paper, and 10 lapis lazuli in a gunmetal workbench or an assembling machine. You place the weapon and blueprint in the schematic station interface, which is crafted with a cartography table and a firearm blueprint. I put the firearm and the gun here. Let's grab any weapon. We put this and this, and now I have the weapon blueprint. Once I have the weapon blueprint, I can duplicate it, okay? If I want to, there's no problem. But the hard part is getting the weapon first, since some weapons are only obtained through loot raids and such, so yeah, or through trades, whatever. Then we have advanced firearm blueprints, obtained by killing the wither used for special weapons. So we're talking about something quite advanced. It says, cannot be copied. I'm not really sure what it means by cannot be copied. Look, there we see it. So, will it be used for crafting? I don't know. They're just for special weapons, okay? What are special weapons? Well, they're rare weapons you haven't seen throughout this guide, like this one here, Trifonil, which shoots water. That's a special weapon. Let's see how to get weapons by fishing. Just Enough Guns introduces blueprints that can only be obtained by fishing, including the infantry rifle, okay? This rifle right here. There's also the repeating shotgun. and the service rifle too. So there are quite a few, huh? And they're not bad, eh? It's uncommon loot, and, well, the infantry rifle is totally broken, honestly. Let's see. Then we have the repeating shotgun. Let's go for it, okay? Boom. 54, come on. And all from fishing a few fish, huh? This seems unbalanced to me, man. I mean, seriously, what type of ammo do they use? They use rifle ammo, shotgun shells, and rifle ammo. How lazy. This is completely unbalanced, being able to get weapons like these, because how are they crafted? With gunmetal ingots, dude. Okay, this seems more reasonable. With gunmetal ingots, and this with gunmetal ingots. Okay. That's fine. But the infantry rifle made only with gunmetal ingots seems completely unbalanced to me. I mean, this weapon does ridiculous damage, right? It's a long-range weapon, a sniper, yes, but look what it does with a headshot. Ah, well, it doesn't do that much damage, huh? I was using it against zombies earlier and killed them all in one shot, so I thought it was more broken, I don't know. Maybe I've got the wrong weapon, huh? Sorry about that. Look, one shot and I just broke his armor. Seriously. Let's see, and boom. I got the impression I could attack in parry mode like it was a sword. I think the game glitched. I'm not sure how I did that. Well, as it says, they can equip all kinds of modifications, so they're really powerful weapons. I love how he holds the shotgun, and there we have it. I'll show you how to get the rocket launcher. When you defeat the Wither, you get the advanced one, okay? This element here, these special blueprints let you craft the rocket launcher, okay? Plus other items and stuff. If we go here to assembling, we see a blueprint workbench with iron ingot, Gunnite ingot, scrap and levers to make this item. So I'd need to go here, put this in and add the materials, right? Interesting. The rocket launcher theoretically fires rockets that propel the player backward. There it is, yeah. It shot me backwards, totally true. Oh man, they even destroy blocks. If I crouch, they don't destroy. Let's see, boom, they still destroy, but you get the blocks back. See, let me fire normally, now it gives me the blocks. Oh no, this too, well, whatever. This item, like the explosive charge or explosive muzzle, are things we can use to blow stuff up. The explosive muzzle is used for, well, you get it by killing the Wither. It helps upgrade tools like this. This one basically helps us destroy all kinds of things. It uses rocket ammunition. Rocket, which is this here. Wow, the rocket is super expensive, made with 2 diamonds. 1 diamond gives you 2 ammo, I think, something like that, so just imagine. Alright, so here we have the hypersonic cannon, okay? Its blueprint drops from the Warden itself, okay? The cannon uses the skull catalyst as ammo and fires the same type of sonic wave as the boss. It deals 13 damage per hit, and the key feature is that the projectile passes through blocks, okay? Which is a bit overpowered, isn't it? Let's see, here we go, and there it is. And indeed, it goes through blocks, yes sir, so it's definitely a bit broken. So, there we have it. Alright, let's see how the subsonic rifle works. And this, we have the subsonic rifle and the subsonic. There should also be the shotgun, right? There it is, supersonic shotgun. These 2 items are obtained by defeating the Warden, okay? That is, by defeating the Warden we can get its blueprints, okay? First, let's look at the shotgun. Let's see how much damage it does. It shows here 100 out of 100. So there you go, 15 health points, and to the head, boom, to the head, it does a bit more, right? And then we have the subsonic rifle, okay? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, my friend, relax. 11 damage. Man, this is broken, huh? The subsonic rifle is broken. I'm saying it right now. Both use echo shards as ammo, which is this here, given to us for free when we defeat creatures with these weapons, creating an ammo cycle, right? The problem is that each one gives you one, and if I reload, I use one, right? Theoretically, they penetrate. I'm not sure. I'll try it. Boom. Did I hit both of them? No, I didn't hit both. They lied to me, folks. And can they go through walls? Because that's what they sold me on, right? That they penetrate, maybe not targets, but walls. Well, no, hey, relax. Well, no, they don't go through walls like... No, that's a shame. Well, we can add a sight to the shotgun, but why would you want a sight on a shotgun? And we can equip the rifle with more interesting attachments. Alright, these are the Siren Nether weapons from Justice of Guns, which would be the Holden Fire MK2, okay? And on the other hand, the Soul Hunter MK... You get them by trading with peelings, and after investing several stacks of gold, you obtain blueprints for these 2 weapons, okay? The crafting recipes are this one here, okay? We need all these materials, even a service rifle, and then for the Soul Hunter, this other one. The Holden Fire does 8 damage, and the Soul Hunter does 9. Both have the very heavy advantage, and they require blaze rounds as ammunition, okay? First time we're seeing this ammo, which says, right-click with a blaze rifle ammo to obtain it. So that's what we'll have to do, okay? And well, obviously they burn and deal massive damage. Even though it says only 8 damage, it actually takes away. No golem, we took it out. Goodbye. And the hold and fire, how much? They do tons of damage and have a super high fire rate. It's true they can overheat, okay? I see, so I can't use the gun until it cools down. And the same goes for the Soul Hunter, okay? It can also overheat. So there you have it, there we have it. Alright, let's take a look at the Atlantean Spear and the Typhoon, okay? These ocean weapons are obtained from blueprints found in shipwrecked chests and fire a type of energy spear, as we're seeing, after charging the weapon with an elaborate animation. Of course, I don't have ammo to reload the weapon, but let's see. Let's reload. Let's check the ammunition. Ooh, pretty cool, huh? And it gives me a bucket. I understand it recharges with water buckets. Okay, let's reload again and see how it looks. Nah, same reload animation. The Typhoon is also obtained as a drop from the Elder Guardian Typhooni, and the projectile, when used, applies weakness and slowness 3 to enemies, doing similar damage but faster than the spear, okay? They're situational weapons focused on aquatic combat and sea bosses. Alright, let's check out the LMG, the light machine gun, and the noise business, which are pretty much the same thing, right? They seem the same to me. It's true that the item icon changes. No, it's the same, okay? Well, first of all, it uses rifle ammo, and as you can see, when I shoot it pushes me back a bit, right? If I jump while shooting, it pushes me even further back. It doesn't have too much recoil. You can overheat it. You can even use it to slow down falls, see, like we're showing here. That was pretty pro, honestly. Let me try from higher up, see if I can make it work. From up here, boom, and I'm slowing my fall to land safely. Oh yeah. Plus, we can enchant it with trigger finger, with this enchantment here. Let's see what it does. It basically increases the speed at which we can fire a weapon. So now, I think we'll shoot even faster. Oh yeah, now we're basically, I think we can fly now. There it is. Pretty weird, huh? Being able to fly. Of course, flying does come at a cost. Look, I won't lie to you, okay? I won't lie. Using this to fly might be a bit excessive since rifle ammo has its price. But hey, do whatever you want. I really like it though. The idea of... Plus, it's a very cool way to escape from a problem. Alright, how can we customize medals and badges? Okay, with Justin or guns, it adds a system of kill medals and badges for each weapon. Okay, when opening the menu with Z, as you can see, we have the kill effect here. Let's see, kill. I understand that when we kill a creature, it's going to do something special for us. Let's see. Boom. Let's try it. And barbecue, headshot, and elimination. This is an additional feature of the mod, right? We don't have to use it, but it's for tracking elimination streaks. If we want double kill, headshot, triple kill, okay? And then we also have, which is pretty cool, I have to say, we have there the badges, okay? They're obtained as loot, and when opened, they give you a random badge like the trick shot badge and others, which basically changes the sound effect when killing. Let's see, let's try it. I didn't notice any change, not gonna lie. To add a headshot effect. This is for the creeper. Let's see the headshot. Yes. When giving it a headshot. Okay. It basically changes when you headshot. Okay. Let's see, a bit silly, but whatever. Let's see the effect. Boom, boom. Popcorn, right? Well, and then we have the cake one, which I think is party, oli. These are just little details we can use to customize weapons a bit. Kind of silly, nothing special. Alright, how do you change or put skins on weapons? Well, you get them with the skin crate, okay? And here we can get the toy style, classic spray, and others. So, we press Z and apply that filter. I have to say only golden works for me. Not sure if it's because of shaders, but the toy filter won't even let me apply it. There it is. It says, it's Jack or nothing. Jack. Oh look, it says, not all guns have paint jobs. Right, but which one is the check? I'll try a more standard weapon, like a gun, just to see if I can apply it to any of them. Pistol. If the pistol doesn't have it, then what will? Nothing. It has the gold one, but not the toy one. Double barrel. This one has it, and the toy one. Does it have the toy one? No. This one has nothing but the toy. Yes, this one does have toy. Well, there we have it, okay? So some weapons have it and others don't. It's an interesting thing to apply. It even changes the shooting effect, which is cool, and that's how it works. Alright, how to use the 2 enchantments from this mod, which are quick hands and trigger, okay? The trigger finger basically increases the fire rate of our weapon, okay? That means we can shoot faster. And quick hands increases the speed at which we reload our weapons. That's it. They come in level 1 and level 2. And very well, how does the collateral and reclaim enchantment work? Well, basically the collateral enchantment says, Makes bullets fired shoot through multiple entities. That means they'll bounce between targets. And Reclaim says, creates a chance that a bullet won't be consumed after firing the weapon. Okay? So it's very, very overpowered. For example, if you use Reclaim with 6 bullets, you might recover 2 of them. So it's pretty broken, huh? Alright, how do the accelerator and puncturing enchantments work? Well, here we have accelerator 2, which says increases the speed of fired projectiles, causing them to deal more damage. And then we have puncturing, which goes up to level 4, which says creates a chance for ammunition to deal critical damage. So with that, I've now covered everything about the mod. I should add that obviously the mod includes more things, and there are surely more weapons I haven't covered. Plus we had, look, Jack, these are the Jacks, these are the ones with the ammunition, right? I mean the different skins. Right, I wasn't understanding it before. Let's see, Z and Toy, I randomized it. It says eat Jack or nothing. You're messing with me, but I can't do it. Let's see, and this one? Not this one either. Not this one either. And this one? They're trolling me to my face. Thank you for using Jack. Well, we have the more than enough guns, which adds even more weapons to the mod, right? Like the trumpet that makes a supersonic shot, and the M2 flamethrower. I don't understand why they're not in the original mod. I guess they're weapons still in development, or maybe he just hasn't added them because he thinks there are too many already. I don't see why not include them all, you know? But it gives us a MO_HW workbench, okay? This table here basically gives us access to tons more weapons, like all these you're seeing here. Look, there we have an AWM, right? AWP, yes, AWP. I didn't even mention it. But this, as I said, is part of another mod related to the creator himself, but anyway. And there are lots of attachments I haven't covered, like having more ammo with the mags. And there are also tons of creatures, which is what I wanted to show you. Lots of new creatures, okay? Like this one here that comes with bullets and everything. These spawn in raids or naturally in the world, and you might encounter them. They're really cool creatures, you know? But, obviously, be careful with them because they can shoot at you. Plus, they shoot at each other, as you can see, so... Oh my goodness, right? So, there you have it. There you go. Alright, now we have... let's start with the cool stuff, okay? With the awesome thing, which is the assault rifle. It's the first serious automatic rifle, and we'll take a look at crafting it. Assault rifle, 12 gunmetal ingots, 16 wooden planks, and 50 scrap. As we can see, you press shift. It needs rifle ammo, 30 rounds per magazine. Let's see how much damage it does, okay? It should do less damage. Let's hit the body 3 times. Yeah, man. And in the head, let's see. Boom. 4.5. So it does the same damage as the semi-auto rifle. Let's also take a look at the... There it is, the recoil. The recoil is pretty rough, I have to say. But of course, it does the same damage as the semi-auto rifle. Let's see what attachments it has. It has all kinds of attachments. Basically, it's broken. I mean, it's possibly the best weapon we've seen so far. The iron golem is also going to suffer, huh? Oh, I haven't spent even not even half the bullets, right? But how many bullets does it take me to take down an iron golem? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13. 13, if you aim them well, of course. So just imagine. Nah, nothing. For me, it's broken, you know? But, well, like an assault rifle, right? Obviously, it's super expensive, okay? I'm telling you right now. I mean, the ammunition for this weapon is super expensive, and with a scope, it's another level. So anyway, there we have it.